down beside this road we are on. Let us dance down the road. Down the road. Let us dance down the road. Down the road. Let us dance down the road. Let us dance down the road.
Blessings on our precious children, may they grow both strong and free. Blessings on the hands that hold and guide them to what they might be. Let them play and let them learn and let them prosper day by day. In each heart may love be sown to light the path along
Blessings on the hands that hold and guide them to what they might be. Let them play and let them learn and let them prosper day by day. In each heart may love be sown to light the path along their way. Is a part of love, the living art of love. Life is the heart of love, this I know. I give my days into its keeping, though sometimes laughing, sometimes weeping. For love's the hand beneath its ebb and flow. This I know. I give my days into its keeping, though sometimes laughing, sometimes weeping. For love's the hand beneath its ebb and flow. I give my days into its keeping, though sometimes laughing, sometimes weeping.
you know that you're the best, shining out above the rest? Don't you know that you're the quest my heart was seeking? Don't you know that you're the deep, where water, earth, and fire meet? Don't you know that where you sleep, life's laughing, weeping? You're my harbor, my rainbow, my promise of tomorrow. And my heart aches when your tears flow. But then spring breaks, and that's all I know.
Don't you know that you're the best, shining out above the rest? Don't you know that you're the quest my heart was seeking? Don't you know that you're the deep, where water, earth, and fire meet? Don't you know that where you sleep, life's laughing, weeping? You're my harbor, you're my rainbow, my promise of a shiny new tomorrow. And my heart aches when your tears flow. But then spring breaks, and that's all I know. All I know.
All I know.
All I know.
All I know.
All I know.
All I know.
All I know.
All I know.
All I know. All I know. All I know. I know. You're my harbor, my rainbow, my promise of tomorrow. And my heart aches when your tears flow. But then spring breaks, and that's all I know. It's all I know.
Today we are absolutely honoured to have Beverly Glenn-Copeland live in session. His new album Laughter in Summer, created with his wife and collaborator Elizabeth Glenn-Copeland, is out in February on Transgressive Records. Very pleased to say that Glenn and Elizabeth are here to talk with me now. How are you both?
We've just had the most delightful session in your beautiful studio, so we're well.
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the setup for this session? Who have you got with you?
Well, we have our music director, Alex Samaras, and Naomi McCarroll Butler on bass clarinet. And
Alex is on piano.
on piano.
Yeah.
Amazing. And everyone's singing as well, is that right?
Everyone's singing, and then the sound fellow Clive told us that we were in the same studio that Bing Crosby recorded did his last recording, so that was quite something. Wow. It's wonderful to be here in these iconic studios.
It's great to have you there. Maida Vale is iconic. There's certainly something that creeps through the walls into the atmosphere, I think.
Yes.
For anyone who plays there. Let's talk about the record. So, Laughter in Summer is such a beautiful, evocative title. What does it mean to you?
Shall I start, honey, or do you want?
Please, to your heart.
Glenn is continuing to write amazing music, and about a year ago he started writing a series of songs called Songs with No Words, because he wants the audience, from wherever they are in the world, in whatever culture, to be able to add their own words to these particular chord progressions. And the first chord progression, I said, could I, as your wife, have permission to write the first set of lyrics? So at the time we had just gotten the diagnosis of Glenn's
major cognitive disorder or dysfunction or disease, whichever you want to call
MCD, we like to call it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of reflection going on for both of us around what this meant, what this means about our life going forward, and how to carry on so that we can find the most of life that is remaining. Mm-hmm. So one day we were visiting some friends up on a lake, and I was reflecting and just looking at the shimmering waters and the loons dancing on the lake, and the words for Laughter in Summer came. Mm. So that's the story behind that. And then we thought it was a great title for this wonderful album that came as a surprise when we were going into the studio, just thinking we were going to do a little archival recording. Mm-hmm.
And it became something much bigger, of course.
Yes.
Much bigger.
Yeah. I know obviously you've been together for a long time, but is that the way you often work together collaboratively? Elizabeth, do you often write the words and Glenn, you the music, or is this a new thing?
No, we have done collaborative work when we had our theatre school out on the east coast of Canada, but most of the lyrics that you hear on Glenn's music are written by himself.
Well, it's very important for me to tell you this. I don't consider that I write music. I consider that I receive music. And it usually, when I receive it, I receive both the words and the chord the chords behind it and whatever. So it's a little bit different in a lot of ways. And there are other people who feel the same way. Obviously, you have to have the skill for whatever it is that you are receiving, whether you're a visual artist or a dancer or whatever. You have to have the skills for it. But it's not coming from you. Not the most sensitive ones. Yeah. And the things that came through to me were extremely sensitive.
Yeah, I remember reading that Judy Sill, for example, wrote music in the same way, felt that she was just kind of a conduit.
Yeah, that's right.
For, something moving through her. Glenn, has your diagnosis affected your ability to receive music in that way, do you think?
It hasn't. In fact, in some ways, it's made it better, easier.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. Which is very strange. I have no idea. I'm not going to question it as long as it continues, right?
Absolutely. We won't either. How do you see the sort of emotional tone on the record? It's interesting because what I've heard from it, obviously it's called Laughter in Summer, but I get a slightly festive vibe from it as well. Maybe there's something slightly cozy and sentimental about it that makes me feel that way. I don't know if that's something that resonates with you.
Well, Elizabeth is the person that wrote words to it. So you should talk to her about this.
Mm-hmm. Well, the whole album, I think it really runs the gamut, the emotional gamut. So there are songs on it that are deeply reflective and emotional, and songs that are extraordinarily joyful and encourage us all to dance down the road. We do believe that in these very difficult times in which we find ourselves, it is almost required of us to find joy every day in whatever way we can, because the Mother Earth is still giving us beauty and joy and food, even as we are being so unkind to her and with so much suffering on the planet. Our nervous systems need some. So there's lots of there's lots of emotional colors on this album.
And the incorporation of the beautiful choir on the album, was that something to sort of, was that in line with what you were thinking in terms of that feeling of kind of nourishment to have all those voices?
That was the result of Alex's work. Alex knows that Glenn has always written his music with a view to choral singing. and wanted to be able to give Glenn the opportunity of having a choir to sing with. And so we were invited into the studio in Montreal just to get the choir in before we did the show at Montreal Pops and record the arrangements that Alex had put together.
How has it been playing live with that choir?
Well,
it hasn't been that choir. It's been different choirs.
Yeah. All of the choirs that I have played and sung with have been excellent.
And in London and Manchester, we had the honor of performing with F Choir. That was dynamite. We'd really like to be able to take them on the road with us all the time.
Yeah, all 30,000 of them.
Yeah.
That sounds powerful. What's special about F Choir?
One of the songs that we did was La Vita. And our beloved friend Maggie Datsahalis was the lead, the soprano on that particular recording, which was on the Phoenix album. And of course, Maggie came up in a time when to be queer was to be considered...
It was dangerous.
Was dangerous, was illegal, you were... And so we knew that for Maggie to see such a beautifully diverse choir singing the music that she had participated in, it just meant so much. It felt like a full circle moment, and we were able to say, this is for you, my love. And in particularly important with all the clawing back of trans rights that are happening right now, and women's rights, and it's all connected. And
yeah, we seem to go as societies. I don't know. We humans are late to the party. We go forward and then we go backwards. Then we go forward and then we go backwards. Right?
Glenn and I consider the work that we do is not so much like both of us kind of bristle when people call us entertainers. We're not entertainers. We consider our shows as invitations into the heart, into the depth of our community connections with one another. And we're really glad when people come to see the show and say, oh, love is a real thing. It's not some sentimental hooey. It's a force. It's fierce. And there are more of us than there are of them. And if we can just stay in our nervous systems and connect with each other, we do have massive power. Not power over, which is the dominant culture, but power with power to influence.
Do you feel, Glenn, that you receive the music you receive because you've been given a responsibility to put that out in the world as part of joy as an act of resilience?
You know, no one's ever asked me that question. That's very interesting. And I would have to say yes. Yes, I think that in this lifetime that there was something I was supposed to be doing, and that was it. For the longest time, you know, no one heard my music or whatever, but I wasn't writing music so that it could be heard. I was writing music because it was being sent to me, so I just would do it, right? But now I understand why.
Yeah.
Right? Now I understand why.
But like you say, it took a long time, because obviously Keyboard Fantasies was rediscovered in 2015. When that happened, did it feel like, oh... Did it feel like a full circle thing, or were you just like, oh, I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing? You know, people are noticing now, but...
Yeah, I mean, I was pleased, but it wasn't like I was jumping up and down and going, finally, or anything. You know, Elizabeth actually had to say to me, you know, what you're doing is a very, very good thing, and, you know, you're finally getting the rewards of your efforts or something, because I wasn't really tuned in that way.
When Glenn and I first got together as a couple, we were poor as church mice, and Glenn said to me, I know what's going to happen, honey. I'm going to die, and then they're going to discover my music, and you'll be set. And I said, oh, to hell with that. No, I really wanted for him to be able to reap the fruits of his labor, to see what his music has meant to so many generations over the years. And so this tour in particular feels like an affirmation of that prayer sent out so long ago.
It's very interesting. I mean, I've been, touring for quite a number of years, but I know Elizabeth has, toured with me in some of those tours, but this one seems very different. The audiences that we're getting are coming not to be entertained, right? They're coming to be a part of something, and we can feel that, right? Yeah.
I remember when Glenn first started going out on tours after Keyboard Fantasies was sort of reintroduced. I remember sometimes I would sit in the audience and look around at all of these young people, and it was like being in a kind of church. Not a Christian church, but there was that sort of intentional focus. And that's important. Glenn and I feel like we've come here for these times. And that our personal life is now kind of reflecting a level of the uncertainty that is present for most people in these times. And so there's the sort of micro and macro aspect of things.
What do you hope people take away from listening to the record? Obviously, the album is out in February.
I don't ever think about what people are going to think about things, about the music I make. I don't do that because I'm not making it for them in the sense of to find out how they'll react. I'm making it because the universe has sent it to me and I'm supposed to make it. And if I don't, it's going to go on to someone else who will make it, right? So I don't think in those terms. But then when I find out that all kinds of young people are very sensitive to it, I am thrilled because the things that I'm talking about are things that have to do with us gaining, being able to once again to connect with that which is the best for all of us.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
That's a prayer that Glenn and I often do, a very simple prayer at the end of the day. Sometimes we just go out under the night sky and we throw our arms up and we circle around 3 times. Yeah. And we just say yes for what is best for us. Yeah, exactly. Yes for what is best for us. And that us is inclusive of everyone.
Yeah, exactly.